Hey then guys, this is your host here, Concuner16, bringing you another gameplay of NBA 2K19. Let's see how my player do today.
What's going on, man?
Alright, let's see how we do.
The Rockets are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. You look at Memphis. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
And there's history. Some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the Rockets. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with AI, and it's Capella in at the 5. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries. You can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Bradley passes to Conley. We play just over a minute here in the first. He kicks it to Valanciunas. And Capella sends it back. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Houston shooting their first free throws of the night.
At the line for two.
And that one misses. And for years, the Memphis Grizzlies defined mid-level success in the NBA, but not last season.
Before last year, they made the playoffs 7 straight seasons. Never played in a championship, but always seemed a player or two short. Now they're finally rebuilding.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against this.
Damn it.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Passes it to Capella. Back to AI. And there's the pass to Tucker. Kicks to AI. Lets it go from 14. And he can't bank that one in. For Memphis, they've gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Bradley dishes to Conley. Floats one, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Houston.
Conley causes so many problems for the defense. He's quick, and he has the ability to score from anywhere.
2 shots.
And you gotta love just how smart of a point guard Mike Conley is. You never get the sense he is forcing anything with the ball and keeps it moving around to his teammates. Very aware of his spacing and the spacing of others while running that offense.
No good on the free throw. And Conley, who is so good with space and timing on offense, seems to always find a way to score inside.
I mean, he has that great floater to lean on for scoring. And the only thing you want from Conley is help. Has had a few too many injuries to ignore the last few seasons. This team is so visibly better when he is healthy and on the floor.
To me, what is most impressive about Mike Conley is his decision-making. He's a guy you can trust to handle and run your offense.
Now, here's AI. He had 27 points last game. Harden the pass to AI. And AI throws it down.
But that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Here's Conley. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Inside, it's stolen by Capella. AI outside. Here's Tucker, finished off the break. Tucker's got his first bucket in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Conley against Paul. Conley kicks to Anderson. Here's Jackson. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Capella finds Paul. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Paul's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Go ball boom, man. So
It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And that's letting the defense off the hook. No excuse for blowing that layup.
Paul outside. Back to AI. Capella dishes to Paul. AI passes to Tucker. Shot clock at 5. And AI throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. So timeout called here. But first for Memphis. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they had great play calling, and then the execution was on point. Outstanding effort all the way around.
So Memphis going through almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Noah. Jackson comes in for Parsons. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And Bradley's subbed in for Wright. And that one's good. AI.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
It's led to a big lead. Credit the leadership on this team. They've kept everyone focused on what matters.
So on the floor for Houston, Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. AI is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Count it, good.
You know, reading the floor and making the right play. Mike Conley is a true point guard.
Houston leading by 17. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Lakers was tremendous. He finished with 27 points and was on target the whole night. Didn't miss very much. That game was just the latest example of how hot he's been. We'll see if anyone can cool him down tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defense
missed that one.
is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him. A tremendous floor leader. Amazing that Conley's only averaged around 6 assists a game for his career.
Paul kicks to Capella, right wing. Tucker the pass to AI. Houston moving the ball around. Anderson with the block.
No way.
Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
That was an ugly block.
.132 left now here in the second. AI dishes to Capella.
Spacing, look.
Kicks to Capella. Pass to Paul. Down low. And AI with the basket on the assist by Paul. And 11 points for AI.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
That's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Iman Shumpert's checked in for James Harden.
Iman Shumpert.
Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. Here's AI. Grizzle.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
To the inside. Bradley. Shumpert with some nice D.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Paul with the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
And this is
Come on, Paul. Come on.
to contest the shot without foul.
Supposed to be an assistance there.
At a premium these days, you see the value in this kind of effort.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. Wright comes in for Michael Conley. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Paul. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And AI gets it to go. AI's got 6 in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Right against Paul. 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Valanciunas. Got it. Good job in the low post.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
And so it's Houston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this.
Souls like Bryson Tiller. The crib left with the ovens, and that's the very thing that gets me out of the bed in the morning. I got the bread in the cup.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
Anderson at the small forward and Jackson at the 4. Conley out there with Avery Bradley, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Smitty, if you had to boil it down to a single play in your career, what was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes. And he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, but we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
Come on, Harden, really?
And that was an easy one there. Just a
You're missing that, man. I'm trying to get that assistance here.
He'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Now here's Anderson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Conley's shot is off.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Rockets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Parsons subbed in for Kyle Anderson. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for Paul. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting...
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jackson. Anderson comes in for Parsons. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's DeLon Wright in for Mike Conley. And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Valanciunas. Anderson's got his 2nd basket of the night.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
And AI throws it down.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they give him the ball every chance they get.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Pass to Noah. And stolen by AI. Here's Shumpert. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about that for a finish? Shumpert with the hoop and the bomb.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
And for a guy as strong and as athletic as Shumpert is, he really doesn't get to the foul line enough, in my opinion.
Outside Bradley. With 4 seconds on the clock, he doesn't hit that one. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Rockets on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. So on the floor for Houston. They've got AI. Amon Shumpert is out there with Paul. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's House in at the power forward position.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Pass to Brooks. Anderson outside. Back to Brooks. Anderson against Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this lead. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's the pass to Dorsey. Back to Anderson. On deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Ah, how you missed that?
And getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Here's Dorsey. And the shot is long. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. House, the pass to AI. And some nice passing there by Houston. Floats it up for AI. Hammers the alley-oop through.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Anderson outside. Over House. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held them back.
AI kicks to Capella. Inside, AI. And AI throws it down.
Good look by Shumpert. Right on the money.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Anderson against Shumpert. Here's Caboclo. Brooks, the pass to Caboclo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Paul kicks to Capella. Down low. Smitty, you look at how teams run their offensive sets. Are we in a pick-and-roll era right now, or has the tide shifted away from that a little?
No, I think so. I think we're looking at a lot of teams running pick and roll, especially we have 2 fantastic players involved. It's hard to defend, especially when it's a great talent at the guard spot and a big. Then it's hard for you to switch. But I'm looking at it right now because of spacing, because of the use of the corner 3. We're looking at a lot more pick and rolls used at the top of the key versus when I played, we used a lot of side pick and rolls.
And not just smalls given to bigs, but bigs throwing down low to smalls.
Yeah, and a lot of these bigs are running the pick and rolls, and the guards are setting the picks.
Right. Shot clock at 3. And AI throws it down.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Chandler Parsons comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeLon Wright in for Tyler Dorsey. And then for Houston. So we see Houston taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Citizens, it's crazy. Yeah, we've got some questions lined up for you.
Oh yeah? Okay, shoot.
Hey.
What's up, Griff?
Hey, I thought I'd take a different approach and ask you about something not directly related to the game. I want to know how you feel about the fans.
How I feel about the fans? Man, that's a great question. I love the fans, man, but I think you already knew that. I mean, you know, they're the lifeblood of everything we do. Like, if we were just playing to an empty arena, you know, it wouldn't be the same experience. But when you got like an entire team, an entire city, you know, people behind you, there's no feeling quite like that one. So yeah, that's dope.
So you'd say you were a fan of the fans?
Oh, look at you! All right, being all clever. I see. Yes, I am a fan of the fans. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, AI. Appreciate the candor, as always.
Thanks, Griff. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, let's go see if Coach is ready.
I am allergic to assists, man. I tried to pass the ball. Freaking teammate didn't freaking score. Alright guys, that's gonna be all for today. Catching you in the next stream.